You know, when most people hear the word Tantra, their minds usually jump to one specific thing. But what if I told you that's barely scratching the surface? Today, we're going to go way beyond the popular ideas to uncover what Tantra really is. A deep, profound philosophy, a whole way of looking at the world. And, well, truly an art of living. So let's dive in and see what that actually means.
Think of this as a journey right into the spiritual and philosophical heart of the Tantric path. We're going to explore how this ancient tradition sees reality, not as something you need to escape from, but as something to embrace with your whole being. It's about seeing the entire universe as this intricate, beautiful reflection of what's already inside each of us, a single connected whole. All right, here's our game plan. We'll start by really getting a handle on Tantra as a deep philosophy. Then, we'll get into its core vision of reality. From there, we'll see how that vision becomes a real, practical path of acceptance, what the practices actually look like, and finally, how it all comes together as this powerful art of living.
Okay, so first things first. We have to kind of reframe what Tantra is. This is so much more than just a set of techniques. It's a complete worldview, a philosophy that honestly has the power to totally transform your relationship with yourself, with other people, and with, well, everything around you.
The entire philosophy of Tantra is really built on one single foundational idea. It's a really unique and powerful way of seeing reality itself. So let's explore what that is.
Right at the very heart of Tantra is this idea of non-duality, or Advaita. You know how so many spiritual paths create a divide? There's spirit over here and matter over there, the sacred and the profane. Well, Tantra just completely dissolves that line. It says that everything, every single object, every person, every thought is just a unique expression of one single divine consciousness.
And that vision, it changes everything, especially our relationship with our own bodies. In a lot of traditions, the body and its desires are seen as these obstacles you have to overcome to get to enlightenment. But in Tantra, because everything is divine, the body is revered. It's not some cage for the spirit, it's a sacred temple. It's the very place where we get to experience the divine. The big point here is you don't have to go somewhere else to find holiness. It's already right here. Okay, so if everything is a manifestation of consciousness, how does that actually translate into a way of life? Well, this vision builds into a really practical path, and it's guided by two core principles: acceptance and respect. The first principle is total acceptance. And listen, this isn't about just tolerating things or gritting your teeth and bearing it. It's about actively welcoming your entire human experience. Every little sensation, every intense emotion, all the joy and all the sorrow, it's all seen as a doorway to a deeper awareness. Instead of fighting with reality, you actually learn to embrace it.
And this is just a huge shift in perspective. On the left, you've got the conventional path, right? Running from pain, clinging to pleasure, pushing down our desires. But the Tantric path, on the right, is all about embracing what is. It's about saying a full-bodied yes to all of life's colors, and seeing our desires not as enemies, but as this incredibly powerful energy that can be harnessed and transformed.
Now, this whole path of acceptance is grounded in ahimsa, which means nonviolence. Because you see the divine in everyone, you naturally start to act with deep respect. This is so critical in relationships, where honoring the autonomy and the boundaries of the other person is absolutely paramount. It's never about imposition. It's all about mutual exploration that's built on a foundation of trust and vulnerability.
So, we have the vision and we have the path. But Tantra isn't just about thinking big ideas. It's about feeling and living these truths directly in your own body. And that brings us to why practice is so important.
I absolutely love this quote because it just gets right to the heart of what Tantra is. It's not a belief system, it's not a dogma you just have to accept. The teachings, the texts, they're just maps. They can point you in the right direction, but you are the one who has to walk the path. The truth isn't found in a book, it's discovered through your own inner journey.
So, how do you make that journey? Well, it's through practices that are designed to really immerse you in the present moment. Meditation helps sharpen your awareness. Rituals help you see the sacred in just everyday activities. And yes, sexual practices are used, but their goal is to experience a profound sense of union and to transcend the illusion that we're all separate.
The Sanskrit term for this is maituna, and it's so important to understand that this is not about chasing pleasure in the ordinary sense. Not at all. It is a deeply spiritual practice. It's seen as a sacred ritual,
a way to consciously engage with that dance of masculine and feminine energies, to awaken our true unified nature.
This whole practice is rooted in the powerful symbolism of Shiva and Shakti. Shiva represents pure consciousness, and Shakti represents that dynamic, creative energy. Through a conscious union, the partners become a living, breathing embodiment of this cosmic dance. They experience a fusion that mirrors the unity at the very heart of the universe itself, moving beyond the personal to touch something truly universal. So when you bring all of these pieces together, the vision, the path, and the practice, Tantra stops being a philosophy you just study. It becomes something you live. It becomes a true art of living.
So let's just quickly tie together the key principles that make up this art of living. First, you've got the non-dual vision. Everything is divine. Then, total acceptance as the method for transformation. You have nonviolence as the absolute foundation for all relationships, the focus on direct, personal experience over just believing in a dogma. And finally, the celebration of all of life, including our sexuality, as something truly sacred.
And really, at the end of the day, this is the gift of the Tantric path. It isn't about achieving some far-off goal. It's about fundamentally transforming how you experience your life, right here and right now. It changes your relationship with your own body, with your emotions, with the people around you, and with the world itself.
And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most important question of all. The very core of Tantra is about embracing what is, about saying yes to the totality of your experience. So this question, it isn't just for some philosopher or a spiritual seeker. It's for you. Are you ready to say yes to your life in all of its beautiful, messy, and divine colors?